Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today it's finally time for me to go over my favorite monster of all time, the Dark Magician himself. And obviously, when it comes to the Dark Magician, is my favorite deck. And honestly, for those of you that have been on the channel ever since kind of like the start of it, or somewhere around that point, I have been playing a lot of Dark Magician. I actually made locals videos about Dark Magician before, a lot of deck profiles, everything like that. And especially when Verti Anaconda was still legal at the time, it was the best time to play the Dark Magician. After that point, it kind of just fell off to a point where like I rather play other decks, and the engines that I was mixing Dark Magician up with was just not doing it, and obviously it was just way better in other decks for sure. That's literally what I gotta say about that. And then we got ourselves the Primate cards. The Primate cards basically bumping up the power of normal monsters up by tenfold. This is where I basically came back with more Dark Magician support, more Dark Magician videos on my channel, especially when Ether Barrel came out. Ether Barrel definitely made the deck way better for sure, but the deck was still missing something. So obviously, when it came to both Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, Blue Eyes got the better support, and it basically went up into the playability, and people just forgot about Dark Magician. But now, finally, is the chance that we have to show that Dark Magician has always been the better deck of all time with the new support. So, obviously, we got, I could say, 4 new cards, right? Obviously, one of them is a trap card. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully we are able to activate the card some way, somehow for my hand, make it like a hand trap or something like that. I would just hate for it to be just another Dark Magician card that I have to set and then to activate it. I'll like wait a whole turn to activate or everything like that. So I am hoping the best for that card to be somewhat good. Especially when you gave us like the other 3 Dark Magician support cards, and 2 of them out of those 3 that were confirmed at the same time ended up being playable. The third one is not even that bad, but it's more jank than anything for sure. So, speaking of the other 3 cards, as I mentioned, 2 out of 3 are the most playable, and the ones that we're obviously going to be playing in our newer Dark Magician list. So, the Tamias Fusion card is fine. I don't see myself playing it, but the new Dark Magician Destruction, on the other hand, when I saw that it was a fusion card, I did not have my hopes all the way high, because Konami has a tendency to give a whole bunch of archetypes like Primite, Odeon, just like fusion cards that just don't make sense whatsoever. And I'm not talking about the Apopus card for Odeon. I'm talking about the Circuit card, because the Circuit card is absolutely terrible. The fusion card absolutely makes no sense. It does not belong in Odeon. Definitely not. When they made the Primate Dragon fusion card, a lot of people have been saying that the card is great now with the new Dark Magician support, but I still don't see it. So if anyone out there sees if there is a way to utilize that with the new Dark Magician support, please tell me how, because to me it's just very terrible floodgate, and it requires you to play Primate Fusion, which is anti-synergy in other Primate engines or anything like that. But yeah, it's to me, it just doesn't make sense whatsoever. So I see that Dark Magician of Destruction is like the Apopus card, where you are able to just special summon it in another way, which is just banishing a level 6 or higher dark monster during the turn that a spell or effect was previously activated. Yeah, some weird wording, but it's a lot simpler than what you might imagine for sure. So there are just different ways how to summon that, utilize the spell effect, and just to summon it out right away. I'll go over that in a second, because we have to go over the Gaze of Tamias. The Gaze of Tamias, we have a finally better version of the Eye of Tamias, because once we got the Eye of Tamias and Rush Duels and seeing how much better it was there than here, it just tore a lot of people apart, and we were all hoping that the Eye of Tamias would receive some sort of errata that just says, yeah, this card's good now to search off of Magician's Router or whatever the hell. But we got the Gaze of Tamias, which to me is a way better, but some people might hate the drawback of it, which is banishing the monster at the end of the next um the next turn's end phase or something like that, which is fine. I mean, I'm honestly cool with that for sure. So, Gaze of Tamias. Obviously, I Tamias only used one. It was just a one card polymerization, so that's fine. And the fact that you are able to use that card by shuffling fusion material from your field or your graveyard, which is actually really good there too. And with the new Dark Magician Destruction as well, being treated as Dark Magician in on field or graveyard makes that really good for it as well. So I'm gonna go over some of the ways how to summon the new Dark Magician Destruction for everyone that has been living under a rock. For people who have not been living under a rock, timestamps over here to just go straight to the combos of what the hell am I doing in this video for sure, right? Obviously, number one, we have Primite Roar. Primite is still the best way how to play the Dark Magician engine, because obviously Dark Magician is a normal monster. You get cards like Drill Beam out. Drill Beam is disgusting. Like Primite Lordly Load is able to just like go recycle your Dark Magician back forth, summon from graveyard, summon from deck, wherever the hell, right? It's just the best way how to play Dark Magician right now, and I still see it to be one of the best ways to play Dark Magician when the new support comes out as well. So before we weren't playing Primate Roar when Ether Barrel came out, but now you can consider playing at least one copy of the card to get out the Dark Magician. And then Dark Magician is your level 6 or higher spellcaster monster, and that Primate Roar is your spell that was previously activated. So you are able to just go ahead and banish that Dark Magician, go for Dark Magician Destruction, and just utilize the effect, go on from there, right? Another one, Instant Fusion, Summon Sandwich. So Instant Fusion, it could be Instant Fusion or it can be Ready Fusion, which is at 3. So Ready Fusion, Summon Sandwich, and then banish that to summon your new Dark Magician, right? So easy, that's good there. And then obviously the best way, in my own opinion, is the Wanted engine. Basically, Wanted as Mina engine. Obviously Wanted goes into Diabell Star. Great, right? So basically, when it comes to Wanted now opens up both the Azamita engine and the Dark Magician engine as well, because Diabell Star is your level 7 Dark Spellcaster, which is obviously a proper requirement to go into your Dark Magician Destruction now. So that right there, absolutely really good. So I'm gonna show you guys some combos now. Hopefully I won't be taking up too much of your time. I want to show you guys how these engines just make this deck disgusting as hell, right? So without further ado, let's just get straight into that. First combo over here, we have Wanted and a discard. Obviously it can also be done with the Primate Roar as well, but we're gonna show why Wanted is just absolutely insane. It's just a 1.5 card combo that does help you go to everything, right? So we start things off, draw phase. We're gonna go ahead and activate the Wanted. Wanted obviously searches you the Diabell Star. So Diabell Star, as already mentioned over here, this fulfills your requirement. As I mentioned before, this is a spell card that was previously activated. So basically the card was activated before you banish your level 6 or higher Dark Spellcaster monster. If I don't have that right for whatever reason, please let me know in the comments down below, because obviously I'm gonna be playing this deck for sure. So Wanted, search your Diabell Star. So we're gonna get straight to the main phase. We're gonna go Diabell Star, discarding your Primate Roar over here. So we're gonna activate the effect of the Diabell Star to go search set your Deception, right? And now, before we do anything with Deception, and before we do anything Azamita related, we go ahead and banish the Diabell Star to summon your Dark Magician Destruction. Now, so Dark Magician Destruction, this card on special, you are able to add a Dark Magician or any card that mentions it whatsoever, which is absolutely disgusting in my own opinion, because especially like depending on how many Dark Magician cards you're playing, you can just search whatever's missing, and this if this gets hand trapped, you still have cards like Illusion of Chaos, you still have Magician's Rod, things like that, if you want to get straight access into your into your Gaze of Timaeus now. And we also have Soul Servant still, which Soul Servant is able to once again get you whatever you're missing, whether that is going to be Magician's Rod, Magician's Souls, the Gaze of Timaeus, any of those cards like that. So, and the fact that this is only one card, 1.5 cards, you still have 3 other cards to play with as well. So that's really good there. So we're gonna activate the Dark Magician Destruction, and we're gonna be searching ourselves Magician's Rod. So Magician's Rod, right? First of all, we need another body to utilize this for sure. And there's also the fact that we haven't used our normal yet either, so we are able to just go ahead and just normal summon our Magician's Rod over here, and then we use the Magician's Rod effect to search for our Gaze of Timaeus now, because once again, Magician's Rod gets you any spell trap card that mentions Dark Magician in it, and thanks to the new Gaze of Timaeus, they did not butcher it whatsoever like they did with the Eye of Timaeus, so we are able to get the Gaze of Timaeus now. And we're not using this Gaze of Timaeus yet. We're going to be holding on to this, and we are going to be activating our Copy of Deception. So now, if you guys don't remember what the Azamina engine does or anything like that, obviously you tribute one monster from your hand or field, and then add one Azamina card. For this combo, we want another body on the board, and we can do this. We can go Dark Magician Destruction, search for the Gaze of Timaeus, and then we would be able to use Deception to tribute the Dark Magician Destruction, and then we will be able to use the Gaze of Timaeus to also get out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon like that. But remember, with the Gaze of Timaeus now, your material will be banished at the end of the next turn whenever you summon that monster. So to me, I'd rather have my Dragoon last until my next turn, so I would be able to utilize it as a body. So that's just my own opinion. You guys can use the Gaze of Timaeus however you want. You guys play the deck however you want. But this is going to be the way how I play it, and I'm just showing you how I will be doing things for sure. So we're going to activate the Deception here. We're going to be tributing the Magician's Rod in order to add ourselves the Hallowed Azamina. Now we're going to activate our Hallowed Azamina here. And then I didn't reveal here, but we're going to be revealing the Muricielago and sending the Deception away to summon it. So we're going to be activating the Muricielago over here in order to search ourselves for another wanted here. And this is, you guys can probably read the room already, but for those of you who can, right, this is probably the best and most competitive way how to utilize the Dark Magician deck. We are going to be putting in Fiendsmith cards. It is a very possible engine to play, but the thing is, we have no idea when the new Dark Magician support will come out into the TCG. Like, will the Forbidden and Limited list deal with Fiendsmith cards, or is it at the point where we think that Fiendsmith cards are kind of like fair in a way, to a point where Konami just won't hit them whatsoever, right? Because, like, think about it right now. By the time I'm dropping this video, we have Malice, we have Yugioh, we have Mitsurugi in the format, right? Yes, Mitsurugi uses Fiendsmith, Yugioh also uses Fiendsmith as well, but those are not the cards that basically say that those cards are like broken, they're disgusting or anything like that, right? Because, like, obviously the better deck right now, which is Yugioh and Mitsurugi, don't play the Fiendsmith cards, so that's one thing right there. I could be talking absolutely gibberish right now, but in my own opinion, the way how the format is right now, the Fiendsmith cards are more than fine, and to me they're fun. They're fun, right? But the moment that we get back into a mid-range format when it comes to the new like cards like the Justice Hunter stuff, like the Draco Tales, whatever it's called now, with the K9 and the Yummy cards, we're gonna be going back into a mid-range format. So the moment that we go back into a mid-range format, Konami probably doesn't want those Fiendsmith cards there, right? So that's definitely a possibility that they're just gonna just like outright ban them, like, or like get rid of cards like Close Moon, which is gonna be very important here, or just basically neuter the engine in a way that people just don't want to play them anymore. But for right now, we still have access to the Fiendsmith cards, so we're gonna be using the Fiendsmith cards here. So with our two bodies over here, we're gonna be going linking these two away to go into our closed Moon of the Closed Heaven. Before we do anything Fiendsmith related, we're gonna be going the Hollow Azamina, put back the Muricelago to get ourselves the Hollow Azamina back into our hand. Activate the Hollow Azamina to send the Wanted that we searched out before in order to get ourselves the Illusylvia. So now we have an Omni Negate over here to basically protect our Fiendsmith combos if our opponent decides to do anything to it, right? So, and when it comes to Nib as well, that was not 5 summons, right? So I think this makes our 5th summon right here. So Closed Heaven is 5, and then there's no point where your opponent would just go Nib here. So anything past this now is just fine. Your opponent will not be able to nib you now, so they can nib you to try to bait this out so it doesn't last until going into your opponent's turn to deal with another negate. But it is definitely now we're free to just go pop off and do everything here. And I'm not gonna really make you sit here, just go full Fiendsmith combo. You already know what these Fiendsmith cards do. Lacrima, Dump, Engraver, Requiem, go for Necro Quick, and then we go Engraver, shuffle back Closed Moon, and then we go for Caesar here. Yep. Okay, cool. Now we have, as of right now, the Illusylvia as a 1 Omni Negate. We have High King Caesar, which is 2 special summon negates, and then after this we have the Gaze of Timaeus, which we're gonna set here because now and I'm just drawing a card here to just show that we have a discard off of the Dragoon negate as well. So end phase, going into our opponent's turn, we're gonna activate the Gaze of Timaeus to target the Dark Magician Destruction, to shuffle it back, and to summon the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon here. So this to me is really broken. This is absolutely disgusting, and it is also the fact that we still have another interruption in the Lacrima Engrave to go into the Requiem, and then we set up Paradise in Graveyard as well. So a lot of people might not like how this is going to be one of the new ways how to play Dark Magician, but to me is the most competitive way how to do it as well. And to me, I personally like the style for sure. This time we still have the Wanted over here, but this time we're gonna be adding on top of it the Primite cards, the Primite combo into this as well, because this is way better than just Wanted and a discard by itself. And you've seen how disgusting that was as well. So being able to just like stash like some of the most two of the most powerful engines together is absolutely insane. So we're just gonna get straight into this. So once again, draw phase, Wanted. We have fulfilled that we have previously activated a spell card over here. By the time we will special summon the Diabell Star, right? So main phase, Diabell Star, discard the Primate Roar over here, activate the effect to set the Deception here, and then you can do a couple things here, right? You can either try to bait out hand traps by like normal summoning the Primate Dragon Ether Barrel to set the Primate Lordly Load, and then you can bait Ash Blossom as well by activating the Lordly Load as well, so you can guarantee like things like the Dark Magician of Destruction is safe from those hand traps as well. So that's totally up to you. I'm just showing off the combo. I'm showing you what can you get from these combos by playing these cards. So I probably didn't even do that. So oh, I guess I did. So normal summon, activate the effect, set it, and then we're gonna activate this to get ourselves our Primate Drill Beam here. And this is really good over here because you can just go, if you have another Primate card in your hand, this is just used as an interruption to go against things like Imperm, Purge, or Impulse. So this card is really good, definitely for sure. And then after this, we're gonna go into the new Dark Magician of Destruction. Now, Dark Magician Destruction, instead of getting the Magician's Rod because we already used our normal summon, now we're gonna get ourselves the Gaze of Timaeus directly. So this is really good. And then we have a negate over here as well. So that's really good there. And then we're gonna activate the Deception here. Deception will send away the Primate Dragon Ether Barrel in order to get our Hallowed Azumina. Once again, from what I said before, from here on now is just go full Azumina combo. So we're gonna do this, reveal the move Reseller Go, send the Deception over here, then we're gonna go the move Reseller Go to get ourselves our Wanted, and then Wanted. Now we link things off into Closed Moon, get Hollow Azumina back. Then we get ourselves our Omni Negate over here. So it's basically straightforward there. And then we just go full Fiendsmith combo. I know you guys don't want to see this, so going straight forward over here, but it just shows you that how you're able to just like set up a lot of interruptions with just a couple cards, and you're able to play Dark Magician cards alongside is just absolutely insane. So I like this a lot. So yeah, Necroquip. Then we go for Engraver, Overlay, Caesar, and then we're gonna end things off with Primate Loading Load, calling Dark Magician, and then special summoning out our Dark Magician over here. And then obviously we're gonna set our 2 cards. So now this thing is a lot better now because we are able to go into our opponent's turn, activate the Gaze of Timaeus here in order to get ourselves our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon over here. So that's really good. What we ended off before was 2 Omni Negates with 2 Special Summon Negates, but now we have layer interruption on top of it now. So obviously once again we could still do Lacrima to set up Paradise in the graveyard, and now we have Dark Magician on board to utilize our Primate Drill Beam here. So now we have added ourselves an extra Omni Negate. So I don't see my opponent playing through this, and just being able to just push through with like all the pressure in the next turn as well, because Fiendsmith cards are just really good. Primate Ether Barrel just comes back because you're gonna have access to your Dark Magician on your field or in the graveyard if it gets if it somehow just leaves the board, anything like that. So this is really good here. These engines are so powerful, and it just like has like so much like layered interruption in it as well. So these cards are absolutely disgusting. These are nuts. So we're gonna end things off right there. This is my way of playing Dark Magician right now until like we get like a more like more focused like Forbidden and Limited list by the time these Dark Magician cards come out. But obviously I'm just testing around with what I got over here, and I'm really liking this so far. The new Dark Magician cards are absolutely dangerous. Like a lot of people might pick up on this as well, especially when they're playing like White Forest and things like that as well. But if you think this is the only thing I'm gonna be focusing on, just like push through like massive like negate boards and everything like that, as much as I like doing that in Yu-Gi-Oh, and most likely I might play something like that when it comes to the TCG as well, I will be posting more pure-esque Dark Magician videos as well, with a new Dark Magician support, everything like that. And obviously in my little notebook in here as well, I wrote a lot of things like what engines we are able to play alongside of Dark Magician as well, because like there is actually a lot of choices there as well. So that's gonna be like a full long discussion and everything like that, and I still will be recording that, posting it here, and I want to see what you guys think as well. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see ya in the next video. Peace.